Hi, welcome back to An Hour with Crowder with me, your host, Crowder. And before we even start the video up, like, share, subscribe, and comment. And like I said, we got a good-ass guest today. And we're with Tino Sasser of Eternal Elite Music Group. You can go ahead and introduce yourself if I missed anything.
Nah, you ain't missed nothing this time. You gonna share the bloopers?
Man, I probably will.
Yeah, share the bloopers. Share the bloopers. It's good. It's good as marketing. It's good as marketing. We shared our bloopers at True That Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a kick out of it.
So I see that you one of your artists just dropped his first album.
Yes, he did.
Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, Artist Too Real. You can look him up on Facebook, LaSalle Clark. He's been working with the brand for a minute now. Actually, he was working with Eternal Elite Music Group when we were known as Mob Star Entertainment.
Yeah.
And so, like, the whole background as far as me switching over the name is because, like, once I decided to get it registered, you know, for my publishing and everything, the name was already taken. Had the logo in place, everything.
That's the same thing that happened with me.
Yeah. So, like, I had to go back through, and I had to. Luckily, I have an associate from Bass Guides. That's who I consult with. He's stationed. He's staying in L.A. right now, but he's stationed out of. He's originally from New York, but he's pretty much been like the powerhouse as far as when it comes to the knowledge of what needs to be done at what given time, marketing, promotion. Connects with blogs and all of that. Like, he's been really like the MVP behind the whole brand, like just working in secret. So big shout out to Randolph Francis and Jerome Grace. But I was actually talking to him before I even had to switch the name over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All he was doing was just telling me exactly what I need to do in order to where I can get paid once I do release. So once I started doing that, I realized that I had a name that I didn't even own because I didn't even do the research on it.
See, that's a big thing with a lot of people, especially myself. Before I even started all of this up, you was telling me some of the gems that I needed to do to make money even before I even started recording.
Yeah. What
are some of those things? Because I think a lot of people just say, oh, I want to do entertainment, and they don't do the background to it, and then they end up getting fucked over a whole bunch of money.
Well, I'm a definitely bless your game and your audience, you know what I'm saying, as far as like what I've been through. Like, music is fun and it's supposed to be, but a lot of artists, they step into this and that's all they want to do. All they want to be is just rap artists, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be in a position to where labels want to deal with you, you know what I'm saying? Ground floor, you have to be registered with ASCAP or BMI, if not both. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a bank account because when they want to pay your money, they don't want to go. They don't like you don't get paid cash off royalties. Okay. That's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, it's not finna fucking happen. You know what I'm saying? They want to know. They want to have a secured line to where they can send this money to. You know what I'm saying? You want to have all your split sheets in orders if you owe anybody, because once they send that to you, then you're responsible for anything else outside of that. If you get sued, you get sued. It's not on BMI ASCAP. It's because you didn't do your due diligence. It's making sure that all parties were, you know, our hearts and minds were clear when you made the deal. You know what I'm saying? As far as when you came as been in the studio, and you also as an artist want to watch where you do your production at. You know what I'm saying? All these handshake because this is. I'm glad you asked. Let's just build a scenario right here, right? I own the Eternal Elite Music Group. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say I'm not the solid dude that I am, that people know me as. You know what I'm saying? I see an artist, I see he got something, I see he's marketable, I see he has talent, you know what I'm saying? I see that he has what it takes, you know what I'm saying? But he's young and he's stupid. So what I do is, all he wants to do is be famous right now. He just want those views on YouTube to hit a mill, which that's not hard at all. You know what I'm saying? Granted, if I got the money to do it, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. Easy. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't believe in paying for streams. I believe in having a organic fan base to where anytime that I do drop and anytime that I do have a million, I'm going to show that million anytime I'm booked for a show. You can't have a million streams, and then any given time when these people, you know, book you for a show, you only got 40 people coming.
Yeah.
That's not, no.
That happens here in this world too. People buy streams.
And it happens because people buy streams.
Yeah, they buy followers, and then you always know when somebody's buying followers, because they'll have like 1 million followers, but only like 3 likes and only like 40 comments. And I'll be like, that shit's not right. So everybody's just coming to you and listening to your shit, and not saying nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you can, like, if you align with the right crooks, I mean, you can manipulate the algorithms to make yourself look good on paper. But as far as when you step on that court, can you really do what you say you can do?
Exactly, because YouTube isn't going to pay you. YouTube knows when the followers are fake.
They
know. So you're not getting paid. It's just like you just said. They just want to be famous. Mm-hmm. Me, personally, I want the money. That's why you motherfuckers better like, share, subscribe. But, yeah, I want the money besides the fame, because the fame eventually comes with the money. Nobody knew who the fuck Steve Jobs was. But when he got that motherfucking money, then they knew who he was. And then even still then, he's just a nerdy-ass guy with a polar shirt
I'm going to tell you
on.
like this right here. It's a nice portion of people that still don't even know who Steve Jobs is. The only people that know Steve Jobs is notorious. That means he's known. That means he's talked about, but he's not known like that. You know what I'm saying? He's the conversation in the room without him being there. He's the elephant in the room without his presence alone. See what I'm saying? And if you can be an elephant in the room without even your presence, physically, your body, but just a product, just a brand, it stands alone by itself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I seek to be as a brand myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a person only knows, matter of fact, prime example, American Gangster, when they was talking about Blue Magic, when he went in there, he was like, look,
that's a hard show.
And like he said some real shit, right? And he said, look, when I made Blue Magic, it has quality. You know what I'm saying? I assure quality. I stand by that. You know what I'm saying? Even if all they know is Blue Magic, you're no different from, you know what I'm saying, the manager of General Mills. You know what I'm saying? Because they know the brand, they know it's good. So what Frank Lucas was teaching people just in American Gangster, just off the drug trade, was about copyright infringement, taking my product and then cutting it down and saying that it's my product, but you the one selling it. And you cutting it down, you know what I'm saying, and watering it down so you can get a bigger profit when all you have to do is just sell it as is. It's like a franchise, you know what I'm saying? And see, we don't get a lot of credit as black people for that, you know what I'm saying? Because we're the most hit when it comes to like drug-related charges, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when it comes to customer service, you can't beat us. You can't.
I don't know. I've gotten some pretty shitty ass customer service, bro. I've got some pretty shitty ass customer service.
But we're the ones like when crack hit.
I would call us innovators. We're what
let's agree on that.
Yeah, we're the fan. We make shit cool.
Okay,
and then people steal it and water it down.
Okay,
let's take R&B. Okay, who's the biggest R&B people?
You go to
back
R&B,
in the day?
we're gonna go back to this dope in a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the dope.
I'm gonna introduce you to that brown bag special. We came up with that.
That Sonic bag. Yeah. But I mean, let's take R&B. Okay, for a little bit, it was what? Ursha. You got Maxwell, and then slowly but surely you start getting Justin Timberlake, Adele. Not saying that they're not good R&B artists, but R&B, and I don't want to say, but it is what it is a black thing. It wasn't no white boys singing that shit, and that's what it is. Like you was talking about.
Justin Timberlake happens to be very dope, though.
He is very dope, but let's not act like he didn't take something from, black culture and profit off of that shit.
I mean, Bruno Mars did the same thing, but they dope artists. They got dope voice.
Yeah, but I'm just going back to what you were saying.
Copyright infringement? It's not the same.
No, not copyright infringement, but taking the product and watering it down when you can just sell it as is. Which is, why didn't he do a collab with Ursha? Why didn't he do a collab?
Okay, that's cool.
He's taking it and he's watering it down.
Okay, well then I'll do fairness for Justin Timberlake. He has many features with Beyonce. So like, I mean, hey,
Beyonce does. She's like R&B whore. She does a fucking single with everybody. Everybody gets a piece.
Don't.
Everybody gets a piece.
The Beehive is coming after you.
Yeah, they are. But
the Beehive is coming after you.
I got spray.
I'm telling you that now.
I got spray. It's cool.
You got spray. It's cool.
I got spray. It's cool.
All right. Well, I'm rocking with you. But you definitely have a valid point. What you're referring to is what you call the crossover back in Motown days. You know what I'm saying? As far as like reaching
Run
different crowds. You know what I'm saying?
Run DMC and what was that band that did it? Walk This Way. Who was the Aerosmith or what?
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith and DMC.
That was very dope.
Run DMC.
That was very dope what Run DMC did, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, it was not it. Run DMC was set up a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, Russell Simmons really did his footwork as far as what he knew then. You know what I'm saying? That's back when politics were first getting into the game. Because hip-hop started really, you know what I'm saying, just like, okay, it started in Bronx, New York, right? And, like, disco was a thing before hip-hop.
Yeah. I just got through listening to Doja Cat.
But the inner city kids such as us, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say us for the simple fact that inner city, when it's dealing with New York, is very diverse. It's just not black. You know what I'm saying? You have black, you have white, you have Asians, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And all of them vibe to the same frequency. So when hip-hop came, it was majority black. However, there were other cultures that brought their, you know what I'm saying?
Their little piece to it.
Their little piece to it. Even though it was pushed majority black, because we're the ones that stepped out as MCs. You know what I'm saying? On the forefront. Okay? And like what we did, as far as like once disco died, we still wanted that same club scene. So that's where the MC was born. See what I'm saying? The MC really came from just a fly mouth DJ. So now,
yeah, because most of that shit just sounds like they talking
exactly
to a beat. That's
You're
it.
Talking to
especially
a beat.
That old ass shit, that hip.
Exactly.
That shit.
You're talking to a beat. You know what I'm saying? Your vernacular is on point. It's something that people can vibe to. Everything that you say is catchy. Everything that you say rhymes. So they took it to the next step, and they actually, that's where you have Kool in the Gang coming in. You know what I'm saying? Then after Kool in the Gang, you have other artists. Now, let's just fast forward real quick after disco, and we got Russell Simmons now. You know what I'm saying? Russell Simmons comes in. Now you have Run DMC. You have other conscious artists coming out at the time as well. Okay, now, once politics get involved, right? Now we have royalties. Now we have contracts, because now actually, like, people are actually starting to see, corporate America is starting to see that hip hop is a thing. This is a trend. This is a culture. We have to get behind it any way we can so we can make money.
Exactly.
We become the sole investors. When we become the sole investors, then we become the sole benefiters. This is where the 360 deal is born at this time.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because I was just about to ask about that shit.
If I invest whatever you need at a point to where you need it, tour, car, home, this, that, and third, whatever the case may be, you didn't pay for it up front. You're hurting right now, so you're not going to read the contract. Artists didn't know anything about fucking contracts, because politics were fresh to the scene at that point. You signed your whole career away at that point, because you're going to get everything that you need and you're going to live a lavish life. However, once the money comes in and you want to see your paycheck, now it's, oh, well, we had to pay for this. We had to pay for this. We had to pay for, remember your house? Remember your car? Remember that tour? Remember those rooms you stayed in, those meals that you ate? They're going to take that, they're going to mark it up. And by the end of the day, you're going to end up like New Edition to TLC, to where you get a royalty check each of 2 cents.
And just like Prince drummer, that young lady, I don't know her name. I forget her name, but she was talking about the same thing on the Breakfast Club about how she was buying all these lavish dresses and everything, and she thought it was free. Because nobody never told her. Yeah, but this is back in the day. Mm-hmm. Nobody never told her that this is just a loan. I think that I don't understand how people
Your advancement is a loan.
Yeah, I don't understand how artists are still getting fucked over, are caught up in the 360 deal. I just don't. At this
They're
point,
not.
with Meg Thee Stallion,
not.
Meg Thee Stallion, she did it. She just tried to sue her company. She just tried to sue.
Oh, Meg got caught up in a 360?
Pretty much.
Oh, wow.
It sounded like a 360. She was trying to sue him because she signed contracts, just like you said, not knowing what she was worth, and she felt like she got played because they got way more out of her than what she thought that she was gonna get.
Well, she got played. But at the same time, at the end of the day, ignorance is not an excuse for the law.
Ignorance is not an excuse.
And we're living in the age of information. Before Megan Thee Stallion came out, I was already set up for my Harry Fox account.
What is that? A Harry Fox account? For
It's
people that don't know.
It's either Henry Fox or Harry Fox. I need to Google it, so I just don't.
But while you're Googling it, just tell us
it's
a little bit.
It's HFA, pretty much is Fox Agency. Basically, what Fox Agency does is they assist you and overlook your publishing rights. You know what I'm saying? You have 6 executive rights as an artist. Anytime your stuff is shared, that's a royalty, but under publishing. Anytime your artwork is shared, that's a royalty under your publishing. Anytime somebody clicks your link to listen, that's a paid performance. That's a royalty. Anytime someone clicks your link, period, that's paid. That's royalty. Like, it's a million ways to get paid when it comes to entertainment. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know how many people might click on my link and then just share and share and share and share and share. With me not owning my publishing, I leave a whole lot of more money on the table, because when you have the split sheet, it's 50-50. If it's on, depending on ASCAP or BMI, it's still the same thing, because you might have 100 and 100, you might have 50 and 50. You see, it's gonna be 100 or 200, but anyway, you're gonna split it down the middle. Publishing has its own 100. The other 100 is split between the producer and the artist. Rather it be one artist, rather it be 5. This is the reason why I believe in being solo. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why I have my artist set up as solo. He doesn't do a whole lot of features right now, because I want him to see all this paper. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, after we do the breakdown, I produce this whole album. I'm going to take my 50. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to take the publishing, and we're going to break that boy down the middle. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we get on publishing, we're going to break it down the middle. That's my artist. You know what I'm saying?
But to play devil's advocate, I don't think that 360 is such a bad thing. It just depends how you look at it.
It's not a bad thing.
Okay, and this is my point. This is my point of view about it, because just like you said, if you're hurting and someone's giving you money up front,
I'm taking a 360 if I'm hurting.
I'm taking the 360. I'm taking the 360 because I don't have a house, I don't have a car. I need to put my mom somewhere up safe. I need to get the fuck up out of the hood. I'm taking the 360.
This is the reason why I'm taking the 360 though.
Well, wait a minute, hold up. I think that people don't capitalize, or they don't play their cards right when they get the 360 deal. They just spend it on a whole bunch of stupid shit instead of doing like Tyler the Creator. He wasn't in a 360 deal. He just bought distribution. He still owned all his stuff. He just needed distribution. But he was all the way up until like his 3rd or 4th studio album.
That's not 360 if he bought distribution.
Yeah, but even if you just take it away from that, with the 360 deal, they're giving you stuff on demand. So why don't you just go ahead, get what you possibly just need? Just need the bare necessities. A good house, get your mama up out the hood, get what you need, and then save. Just chill on it. Don't buy anything. Don't do stupid shit. Don't be over there flying girls out or anything like that. Why do people not understand that 360 deal is basically a loan? Why do you think most rappers just do that? Just think that, oh, this is just my money, instead of understanding that this is just a loan. After so many years of so many artists is being fucked over.
Okay, what's the mindset of the... Okay, I'm going to answer that question, but I'm going to ask you some questions so we can really get down to the base of it. Psychologically, where do you think mentally that artist is at that will take a 360 deal?
Poor.
Okay, so basically if they're poor, they're not used to money, right? If they're not used to money, then nobody around them is used to money, right?
Right.
So where do we have these lessons as far as financial literacy?
They're nowhere. Pretty
Okay.
much.
So basically, all he sees is what?
Money.
Okay. I'm the head honcho at Eternal Lease Music Group. Like I say, I see an artist. I know he got some. I know he's gonna sell. He's marketable just by his name alone. You know what I'm saying? But he has that star quality. He's it. I go to an open mic. I see him. I expose him to a lifestyle that he can only dream about. I get him in the club one day full of strippers, full of liquor. Then I put a contract in front of him and say, hey, look, this can be yours. All you got to do is just sign on the dotted line, and you got $1 million in your bank account in the morning. I don't have to tell him that it's a loan. I just say, you got $1 million in your bank account in the morning. Ain't nothing in this world free.
Yeah, but exactly. And if you're poor, most of the time you living in the hood. You know how game is, friend. You know that nobody's giving you shit for free. Even if I'm full of liquor, I'm asking questions. I mean, I'm like, wait a minute, how is $1 million getting in my bank account, and what do I have to do for it?
Not if you don't drink.
Yeah, not if you don't drink, but even if you is drinking, you know that nothing in this world is free. So now what do I have to do? No nigga is giving you no $1 million off the rip. And that's what I don't understand about these street niggas in the game, is that they're so street and they're hood smart, but they get fucking fucked out of a contract by a nigga in a suit.
That
probably has never been to the hood, never even stepped foot in the hood except to get your poor
because
ass.
Because he knows the business on a whole different level. See what I'm saying?
Man, that's no excuse, because you already know.
A front in the game is totally different. Like thinking about a front in the game is different from thinking about a contract. I don't know why it is, but it is. I'm not saying that I think different of it. I'm just saying how people get caught up. See what I'm saying? They see a person in a suit and a tie, and they think they mean well because they don't look like you. They're not coming up in some.
Ooh, that's deep.
They don't look like you.
That's deep.
So you're different. You're dealing with the same mentality, but it's dressed up different. See what I'm saying?
Wolf in sheep clothing.
Exactly. So it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. You know what I'm saying? You have a clean record, never been to jail. You're not a felon. You own your own company. You got access to X amount of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And I know if I sign on this dotted line, I'm going to have it in the bank. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I'm thinking about at that point is I have this money and all of the things that I want to do for the people that I fucks with. That's it, and that's all. And I'm going to lick it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is good for me right now. Oh, but when them commas go depreciating and I done goddamn me spent over $500,000 in a month. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
at this point, you don't even have a financial advisor because you didn't even bother to ask for one, which comes standard.
Do the money get taxed?
At that point, definitely, because the simple fact that once they give you the loan, then you're responsible for it. It's like a student loan. I mean, you're responsible for it.
So does it get taxed or no?
Yeah, it gets taxed.
Okay, so you're talking about $1 million getting taxed. What, they take about probably 20%. So you're looking at
they don't take anything up front. You're responsible for it once you receive it.
That's even worse. That's how MC Hammer got caught up, right? Probably. Yeah.
Because he knows nothing about taxes and financial literacy and accepting gifts and money and this, that, and the third. Like, we don't have that in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have it. We just don't have it. You know what I'm saying? From a broader standpoint on any level, we just don't have it.
So what are you doing for your artists to make sure that they don't end up like that?
I make sure he own all his masters. Just the same way that the people that were behind Goody Mob did.
I hear a lot of people talking about their masters now. Who was that guy? Young NBA, Young Boy or something like that?
NBA Young Boy owned all his masters out the gate. That's why he is NBA Young Boy.
Yeah, I don't know. It was somebody asked them for their masters on Instagram. They was like, oh, well, I asked for my masters from the master and he didn't want to give it to me. And, you know, Kanye's been constantly trying to own his masters. And even Michael Jackson and Prince put up a big fight for their masters. They finally got it, but then they died shortly after.
Well, this is the reason why I own my own studio. Because when it's come to owning your masters, when it comes to a court of law, whatever software and whatever company that software belongs to owns those masters. Once you step outside of that establishment, you're supposed to make sure that you have your masters on your junk drive.
Yeah.
Because if you say you own it in the court of law, it's not about what you know, it's about what you can prove. I create all of my own beats for my artists. I create all of my own graphics for my artists, even myself. I do everything in-house. It took me years to gain the knowledge to do all of this.
Yeah, but it's worth it at the end. Like,
the more I learned, the more I wanted to make sure that I was secure. Because, see, when a major label comes to give you a deal, you want to be in the position of Master P to where you have bargaining power. You own everything. Nobody owns you. If nobody owns you, you can mark your price because no major label is coming to you. Matter of fact, a major label came to Big Chief, right? It was Birdman. Birdman wanted sole rights over everything. Of course he was going to bless Big Chief with a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But Big Chief just felt like, nah, I'm already cash money. Like, Big Chief had money for years. Before he started rapping, Big Chief had money out of West Dallas. He been had money. So this wasn't nothing new to him. This man was riding Jaguars like damn near in middle school, if not so. You know what I'm saying? Like, he been had bread. This was nothing that impressed him. The lifestyle didn't impress him. He was already living it. It's like somebody giving you a ID that says that you're 21 so you can drink, but you've been doing it since you was 12.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You're not excited about that. See what I'm saying? So mentally you're more mature to where you can actually sit down and just be like, what? So you mean to tell me the only thing he like it was millions on the table, but the only thing he hearing is, so you gonna own all my shit? It took me years to do this shit. It took me years to get established to who I am now. And you want me to sign all this shit over to you for this? For this? I don't give a damn if I ain't touched it. I know my potential and I know my worth. A lot of these artists get fucked over because they don't understand their own value.
Yeah, see, that's the thing that I get fucked up about with, like, independent artists going to labels is because you're already popular, you're already making money, you already have the spotlight. But then you go over to a corporation or you go over to a label, now they own everything, and you gave it all up for $1 million when if you would have just held out a little bit fucking longer.
That ain't even the cold part though, sis.
What is it?
You can get $1 million. You can get $1 million for your album, right? But who's to say when they're gonna release it?
Yeah, touch a little bit on that because I don't understand. Lil Uzi Vert was a big one when he kept saying, oh, they're not releasing my album. Oh, they're not releasing my album. I'm like, what are you talking about? Just release the shit. It's yours.
Can't do that. Once you sign that contract, you don't own rights over it. You don't own sole rights. So you can't release it anytime you want to because you become a conflict of interest with the company and the other rappers that were in line.
What would make an executive hold back an album?
Because he just wants to fucking hold back an album, or he has another artist that he's promised that, hey, look, I'm gonna release you this year. You know what I'm saying? Like when you sign a contract, basically you're walking into a barbershop on a Saturday. You don't know when the fuck you gonna get your hair cut.
Oh, that's shitty. And I usually come in for just an edge up.
Exactly. And it's just an edge up. See what I'm saying? It's just an edge up. Why put yourself through all that when you can release your music on your fucking own? Like, you have, like, it's fans out here with big money that can invest in you. Matter of fact, prime example, Tiger.
That fuck.
Tiger. His fans got him paid. He allowed his fans to come in and invest with him. And he chunked them, like he hit them onto the business and allowed them to understand publishing this, that, and the third. Like, hey, look, all you got to do is just set this up, blase, blase. I'm going to release it over here. You know what I'm saying? You can take 20% of the publishing, blase, blase. I'm good for 1 million streams. That means you're going to get this back, this, that, and the third. And boom, you good. You know what I'm saying? Half of them came to him with a deal for him anyway. Like, hey, look, Tiger, like, what's going on? And all of these came from just casual conversations. It's just being in the mix, being in the know, having that access to those rooftop parties where these people are going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had the same potential. It's no problem. Like, it's just that easy. But you have to put yourself into position. If who you want to be later, you know what I'm saying, is just that stuck on your mind, then you have to put in the work to be who you want to be. I told my wife one time, I said, look, I put in years to be the person that I am today. And I still ain't done. I'm still not done. You know what I'm saying? Because the person that I wanted to be 5 years ago didn't know I was going to be a father today. So now not only do I want to be the person that I wanted to be, but I want to be a better person than the person that I wanted to be today. Because I have that much more on the line and I want to leave my kids something. I'm not just doing this shit for fun. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I have an artist to look after. And like me and my artist, we came out for some rough ass shit. Me and my artist came from up under the label of another family member. You know what I'm saying? Like, my artist was set to release his first mixtape, Purple Heart. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, it didn't release. And so at that time, like, we had feature work on Purple Heart and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Also, I had a mixtape that I was doing with the same label up under our family member. Push came we talking about Clutch Time, like Yet to Come. You remember that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Yet to Come was supposed to be released. Like, all of those tracks on there had different beats and all of that. I took what I had from a whole nother studio from Bio Music, which is DJ Psycho. He's with 90s, Hot 97 or something like that right now. You know what I'm saying? He's a DJ. But I did all of my work at his studio, okay? Me not knowing nothing, really, he could have kept all of that. He didn't have to give me nothing because I've already recorded and I didn't leave for nothing.
Yeah, but why would he keep it?
Exactly. Why would he keep it? Why would he keep it? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not dealing with those type of people that would for no reason, as far as for their own personal gain.
Okay, let's just build the scenario. For whatever reason, he was just a fuckhead, and he just wanted to keep it because you're leaving. Why would they keep it? Because
he's a middleman, and he knows somebody that's powerful, that's interested in you, that can get him paid as well. Because he's not finna release your work until he's for sure that he gets paid as well. So that's because it's not enough just to know you, because he can't trust you enough to look out for him.
So that's basically what these big time executives do when they go to the hood. They're holding back these albums, or they get them in and then they hold their album to make sure that I get money off of everybody that I signed. So if you're hotter than this guy, I'm going to hold back your album.
I run the house. I run the house. I can't lose. I run the house because I stay stocked up on hot artists. Once you sign that contract, you just sign a contract to say when your shit will release. You sign that contract stating that you are sole property of that label.
And that's a crazy little thing right there. Sole property. That even sounds like a bad deal.
I'm gonna tell you like this right here.
Sole property.
It's contracts out here. It's contracts out here right now when it comes to music, to where they actually own you.
Yeah, own your style,
and blood, your soul. They own you.
Yeah, look.
Lil Uzi Vert. You think he want to? You think that nigga would want to walk around with them purses?
Bro, I heard something about Lil Wayne. I heard that that's it's rumored, of course. I don't know for sure, but I heard that's the reason why he won't cut them damn dreads off, because they own his look.
Image.
Yeah, they own the image.
They own your image. When they own your image, they own your soul.
Wait a minute. Get up on the mic.
When they own your image, they own your soul. Point blank, period. It's no way around it.
That's basically what it means to sell your soul. It's not like a blood thing. It's like they own everything about you, down to what you wear, to how your hair is. That's why.
You are ward of the state when it comes to that label. You are property. They can kill you basically, and nothing will happen because you are property. It's no different from being a member of the United States. You're a ward of the state, point blank, period.
But a ward of a
record label. I mean, it's a business.
Yeah, it's a business.
What do you think America is? It's a business.
Yeah, basically a business. Yeah, it just sounds bad. Even hearing it, sole property.
But it's real though.
That's a crazy thing to. Oh, I just feel so bad.
I might get some backlash for this, but I don't care though. Like, I own me, so like it's nothing that nobody can do. Like,
yeah, nobody's coming out to kill you or anything.
I don't have any endorsers. Like, I'm nobody right now, so like I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like, I'm going to be me. Like, until the end of time. Like,
I mean, it's just
it's fun being independent.
That's what and everybody tries to say that they're independent. Who was that one guy for a little bit? Chance the Rapper. He was hot for a little second, talking about he was independent the whole time. He had like some type of backing behind a big label and everything, and everybody just didn't trust him anymore. Even though he put like $1 million in Chicago.
Chance?
Yeah, Chance the Rapper.
Chance, I love Chance. I love Chance. Chance played the game. Chance played the game how it went, and they got mad, basically.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, he streamed all his shit for free and still got an award for it because it was an album or something funny like that. But let me dive a little bit into, and I know everybody's going to hate me for this, but the whole Kanye situation, he's wilding right now. Like, as an executive yourself for your label, Jay-Z, he's under Jay-Z, right?
Yeah.
Good music is under Jay-Z. Why would Jay-Z not step in and pull him back? Don't that ultimately tear down the whole label in itself, in entirety? If you notice,
to be honest with you, I don't even really think Jay-Z likes Kanye, but if you would notice, Jay-Z has always been distant. When it comes to Kanye, Jay-Z is smart. He just knows talent. He knows what's hot. Jay-Z is a Capricorn. I understand Jay-Z on a whole nother level than you understand Jay-Z. I will deal with a person because of their benefits, okay? But I won't fuck them over. Jay-Z has never screwed him over. Jay-Z has always made sure that he is straight. Jay-Z has always been a workhorse just like Kanye is a workhorse. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z gave Kanye everything that Kanye deserved. Money-wise, never fucked over him, period. Even did features with him, even when he didn't want to.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I heard that the whole Watch the Throne was like pretty much like on some petty shit.
I'm Jay-Z.
The whole time.
I'm Jay-Z. Imagine me being Jay-Z, married to Beyonce, friends with Barack Obama and Michelle, and you sitting up here married to Kim Kardashian. Do you really think I'm finna fuck with you on a personal level?
Look, my whole thing is that he's saying a lot of crazy, wild ass shit. What's the latest one? Everything. I remember Harriet Tubman really didn't free the slaves. She just had them go work for the white people. That is the trending topic right now. That is the trending topic. If you look at it in a certain way, he's right.
He's right. For the simple fact that slaves didn't own anything. So who else, what other infrastructure would they work for? Even any small black business would still be backed by white money at that time. See what I'm saying? So yeah, on that level it is true. But the way his delivery though, you know what I'm saying?
I think that with Kanye,
he freed Harriet Tubman, freed them physically. You cannot sit up here and put your mouth on a legend. A black woman, a legend, a queen, a soldier.
My whole thing is that I don't really disagree with much that Kanye says. Everything from George Bush hates black people to what was the other one?
Slavery was a choice.
Slavery was a choice. I really don't. I really agree with that one. Slavery was a choice, and everything to Harriet Tubman. Didn't really free the slaves. I just think that...
You want to talk about slavery as a choice?
No, I just think that... Well, yeah, I would go on it. But this is what I'm saying about Kanye. I think that he should just finish up what he's saying. I think that he leaves everybody on this fucking cliffhanger, and then you just leave it open for everybody to just say whatever they want, and then you don't come back and clean it up. The only one time he came back and cleaned it up when he said the second one. What is that one? Slavery was a choice. That was the only time that he cleaned it up, and he got into it with Van from what's that TV show? I don't know, but
I mean, ultimately though, and I'm not saying that we as black people chose to stay in that condition. We chose to stay in a situation to where we could best narrate our own fate as far as our families, as far as our children. Because on that plantation, you have to understand the mindset due to the demographics and the type of slave master that they had. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
no.
That's real. Now some may feel it because they slave masters weren't that lenient. You know what I'm saying? No. But some slave masters, it's just like you ain't got no choice. Like I depending on what type of slave master I had, I might say like, nah, this was not a choice. I would have to be here. And in some cases, it was.
Okay, so
like you could not run.
No, see, this is my thing.
Because of the security.
No, see, this is my thing right here. See, I'm even starting to question slavery in itself altogether, but I'll get back to that later. But when he said slavery is a choice, it really was a choice. Nobody said that it was a good choice. You either could.
Yeah, it still is a choice.
But it's still a choice. That's what
I feel
I'm saying. Like you could have either jumped off the boat and killed yourself, or you could have fought back and died honorably.
I mean, but you're not giving me.
Look, there was how many?
You're not giving me no square business choices. No, you ain't giving me no choice that I want. You ain't giving me no choice that I want.
Look,
that's a decision. It's not a choice. It's a difference.
No.
A decision and a choice is a difference. Look, a decision, I gave you your narrative of what you're gonna do.
We've all had that one time when we was little, and our mom cooked some shit that we didn't really like, and she gave us the choice to either take our ass to bed or you gonna eat what I cooked. Those are both shitty ass choices, but they're choices though.
No, you were given.
I think you're playing semantics with the word choice and decision, though.
No, they're different. A choice is something that you choose. A decision is something that you make based on what you're given. It's
okay, and you was given two choices, two shitty choices, but they're still choices.
All right, I'm gonna tell you like this right here, sis. All right, look, my first felony, right? My first felony. You were here to witness this, okay? I got possession with intent. 10 years, or you could sign to do 10 years with the possibility of shock probation if you don't get a major case being locked up in TDC, okay? I'm a first-time offender with a non-violent crime. I don't even have a victim of my crime. The people that want to buy my drugs are going to buy my drugs. If they don't get them from me, they're going to get them from CVS. And guess what? 20 years down the line, if you or your family member they have died. Yeah, I'm just saying, though.
Yeah, but that didn't have anything to do with anything. Well, but it didn't have anything to do with anything because that is what you did, and you had a choice. They gave you a choice. Which one you
ultimately picked. the first. This is the first ultimate one. And I thank you for bringing that out. Right, the first ultimate one was the one that got me into the situation. But slaves didn't have a decision in getting into the situation in the first place.
Listen, look. Okay, we're all sitting here right now, right? If somebody walk into that door right now that we don't know, are we all gonna sit there and let them take us away into their van? And
they can't kill us all. They can't kill us all.
Exactly.
They can't kill us all.
Exactly.
They can't kill us all.
And that's where I'm headed with it.
They can't kill us all.
Because, bro, ain't no way we're talking about a predominantly black country or a continent. You telling me a whole bunch of white men came over there and took a predominantly
they had guns,
bro. Those were shitty guns back in the day that you probably had to manually put a fucking bullet in.
Well, I'm throwing a spear versus a musket.
You got niggas off in there doing arrows, which actually kills faster.
Yeah, and then, they are. Yeah, they got some range on them too.
That's faster. And then you got 100,000 motherfuckers. And bro, I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to disrespect the ancestors, but I'm saying that somebody somewhere should have stood up. And I'm not saying that I would have been big and bad and stood up either, but we're talking about 100 million people against probably a couple motherfuckers that came on a boat.
Here's the difference though. Now, you're right. You are right. And I can't take it from you. And I'm not going to take it from you. I'm not going to take it from you. But what I will do is I will interject with this right here. Okay, yeah, you got 100 million people. You got 100 million people. 100 million kids versus those 100 or 300 black soldiers that fuel the spirit of these women and these children or these young men that are willing to die versus being put in a submissive mindset because their leader is either dead or somewhere they don't even fucking know.
Yes, I do take that into account, that you're somewhere where you don't know. But I'm just wondering.
You kill a head first. You kill a head first.
Yeah, but I'm wondering what the fuck happened. Like, so the first boat came to America and everybody just thought that it was cool to just get on the second boat after their family didn't come back home? Or what happened?
This is what happened. Because at first it was indentured servitude.
No, nobody's come. Nobody, and then
it was
come with it. Just do it, bro.
It was indentured servitude. It was indentured servitude to where you signed up to be a servant, not a slave. Over the years, shit just got fucked up.
Yeah, but why would you sign a contract to be an indentured slave when you're basically in the land of the riches? You have gold, you have horticulture, you have everything over there, and you're gonna go and get on a boat with a strange white man and then never come back and be a slave?
From what?
Why would you work for money?
From what?
Listen. Why would you?
I know that's.
Why would you work for money when you're in the land where gold is made?
I thought that, but see, at that time we still don't have. Okay, gold is made. They didn't even know how valuable gold would be back then versus now.
They must have knew something. Everybody was wearing it.
Okay, but to them, okay, that's like driving a foreign in Germany. Like, it's nothing to have a Porsche on the, what's Autobahn? It's nothing to have a Porsche over there. Like, they drive those like we drive Crown Vics.
It's true.
Mexico, gold is cheap. They have it. They mine it. It's nothing. You can go over there and get a 6-piece for little or nothing.
But I'm just saying, the only thing that I'm saying is that
they don't have it over here. Well, they didn't know they had it over here until like the gold rush.
True. But the only thing that I'm saying about that is, you know, it was a choice. It's just two shitty ass choices. That's it. That's all that I feel like.
Shitty ass decisions.
Oh God, I'm not even gonna go back there with you.
They didn't even choose that.
A
choice you choose. A decision is made based off what you're given. It's a difference.
Man, all that shit.
I'm about to shape the world with that.
All that shit sounds really, really funny.
It sounds good. It sounds good, don't it? It sounds good because it's true,
dude. It sounds iffy. That whole slave trade sounds real iffy. But to my last point, the only thing that I really, really, really wanted to ask, because I do have a rapper coming on, and I wanted to be well versed in, you know, all this stuff and all these deals and everything, is what would be the benefit of someone staying independent, solely independent, other than money?
Because you have full freedom over your creative rights. You can release whatever you like. Okay. Right
I mean,
now.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me put it like this: you're poor and you're independent versus you're a little well off, but people kind of own some stuff of yours, and that's fine because you don't want to live a very lavish life and you're not having kids. Would that be better if you knew that you wasn't gonna do anything in the future with the masters or with anything? Because I'm trying to see, like, is a deal, because everybody makes getting on a record label a bad thing. Everybody wants to be independent.
It's not a bad thing.
But I think that everybody really can't be independent. They don't have the mind capacity for it. They don't have the education for it. They don't have a lot of knowledge behind it.
I mean, a lot of rappers. If you think about it, like, okay, if they don't even want to be a rapper, and they just say, like, they just picked up off the street, like, hey, look, you got something. Just let me take you and show you some stuff to where let me show you what you can do. And even after showing them what they could do, they still didn't want to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they don't mind having those type of deals to where the record label owns so much because they still getting money in. They might want to go be a baker. Like, Childish Gambino didn't even want to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to be no artist.
He wanted to be like an actor or something. And he was for a long time until like
he produces Atlanta.
Yeah.
So like
that's a dope show too.
Yeah, it is.
I love it.
And so like like you can't knock nobody for not wanting to stay independent. For those that want to do it, for those that want to do it, you know what I'm saying? Then do it. But for those that don't knock they hustle because you don't know what they want to be later. You know what I'm saying?
Master P did it the best.
Yeah,
now he's selling soups and chips, and his shoes are pretty dope. Those colored ones, woo.
Master P,
not them leopard ones. I don't like them.
Master P is the only rapper I know that has taken time and spent his own money to financially educate other artists on the business. He came down here one year, I wanted to say he was off of Royal Lane or something at a hotel or whatever the case may be, did like a whole 3-day seminar. You know what I'm saying? He even had programs set up to like artists that were dealing with baby mama drama, you know what I'm saying? He had lawyers on deck and programs where they could sign up for to help them get custody of the kids. The mother wasn't really just doing good or whatever and just was like using the child as a, you know what I'm saying, just as a weapon or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like Master P is the only, like Snoop Dogg didn't even see money until he got with Master P. But Master P made sure all his people was straight. Yeah. He honestly did that. He did it. You know what I'm saying? I to be honest with you, Master P, J Prince, P. Diddy, them are 3 people that I study. Those are 3 people that I study.
Diddy? He fucks everybody over.
I mean, but I would like to know how you fucking people over, though.
That's fucked up.
I need to know it. I need to know it. I need to know it for the simple fact that I need to know how you coming if you coming at me. I'm still an independent label. Okay. I have to know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to learn 48 laws of power. I'm not trying to learn it to use it. I'm trying to learn it to where I know it's being used. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? It's only a sin based on what you're trying to learn it for.
True.
I'm not trying to learn this to mess over nobody. I'm trying to learn this so I know I don't get messed over. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z, most people don't know Jay-Z was putting himself through college half his damn career. Graduated from Harvard. That's how he got all these connections. He's so business savvy. You know what I'm saying? He graduated from Harvard. Like, what you gonna do? Like, but he did what he planned on, what he set out to do. And guess what? He backdoored when he bought all the masters back from Reasonable Doubt. And years later, he re-releases the shit and makes all the fucking money back.
Yeah, that is one thing. Who's Jason? Jason Weaver. I think that's his name, Jason Weaver. He sings he's the voice of Simba, the singing Simba. And his mom set him up really nice because they wanted to give him this large, crazy amount of money back in the day. And he was like, yeah, come on. And the dad was like, yeah. But his mom was kind of business savvy, and she was like, no, let's take less money, and I want the masters. And he's still rich to this day because of that. Yeah. Because
the big payoff as far as what you're not... Millions to them when they making billions is pennies on the dollar. I can buy your project for pennies on the dollar and I own it flat out. You're going to take it because it's something that you don't think you'll ever see because you don't see the potential in your own creativity. And that's what they feed off of. Nowadays, artists are becoming more aware of their talent. I don't give a damn if you're trash. It's going to be a million people anywhere on this earth that's going to buy that project. You have to be in position to put yourself in front of those people. That's it. And that's all. But you have to have that confidence in yourself to know that you can do it. And you have to put in the footwork to align yourself. Like, business is 80% position. It's 80% position, and when it comes to that, you're just getting people to like you. That's it. I'm getting you to like me so I can get my foot in the door. Yeah. And when it comes to me being liked, that's where we have the folly in between. Okay, even though Black lives do matter, do I say it on my Twitter? Or do I just don't say anything at all? Do I say all lives matter just to rub elbows and get closer to this person right here because they got the money that I need? Or do I not say anything at all? But I'm hurting right now. I know if I say it, I'm good to go for 40 mil investment on this project that I need because I know it's going to jump and I know people going to buy it. But you sacrificed your integrity for a movement that you know you should have been a part of that brought down your stock. Yeah. And you didn't even know it because you didn't have enough faith in you as far as your own creative rights to understand where you could be later by holding your Colin Kaepernick. He threw it all on the line. He threw it all on the line and protested.
Yeah, but he's getting paid. He's getting paid a pretty penny. So
I mean, he
didn't really sacrifice much. He's getting paid. He got paid by Nike. He got paid by everybody.
But yet and still in the public eye, though, right? I mean, that's true. That's true. But yet and still in the public eye, they crucified this man, took his job and all of that, and they swore to God this had nothing to do with racism. They swore to God. Okay. Now all of a sudden, I watched the NBA game. No fans in the stand. Black Lives Matter on the floor.
Yeah.
But when people were kneeling in football, it was a problem. You have George Floyd, where an officer kneeled on this man's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, which is reported to be actually longer than that. You can kneel on a black man's neck, but you can't kneel due to police brutality before even kneeling on the black man's neck was even relevant. Before stores were getting torn up and rioting. You didn't have shit to say about it. But now when it's getting done, you have something to say about it. See what I'm saying? Now, all of a sudden, everybody is Black Lives Matter. You want to paint it on the streets. You want to change names on signs and all of this shit. We've done it before. Martin Luther King got murdered, and they gave him, Malcolm X got murdered. These are all open documents by the CIA, the feds, and all of this shit. They got this shit documented that they did it. They were murdered, and they gave them a fucking sign in every fucking ghetto across America. Is that enough? No, it's not enough. We've seen it before. Yeah. We've seen the pandering. It was cool at first. It was cool when Donald Trump, goddamn, he gave all that money to inner city youth just to go ahead and get the vote from the Democrats. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Because we actually thought change was happening. Now we're starting to see the shit ain't happening. We got to do something more drastic. We got to start burning some shit down. See what I'm saying? But along with that, it's a lot of other stuff that I choose not to get into as far as why stuff is burning down and why stuff is getting rioted on a more major level. It's a whole nother world out there when it comes to politics. It's a whole nother agenda being pushed. Like, it's like they trying to start an all-out race-wide riot right now. You know what I'm saying?
You're infringing on my next episode. But
yeah,
I'm gonna
they really trying to pop it off.
Yeah, they are.
And to be honest with you, white and black America are holding together pretty well under this. I thought it was gonna pop off like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I really did.
Like I said, you infringing on a nigga next episode. But if you had to say anything to label artists and independent artists in 30 seconds, what advice would you give them?
Own your masters, don't sell yourself short. That's it.
Boom. There we got it. Tino, Sasser, An Hour with Crowder. Like, share, subscribe. And all the things that we talked about and all of his links will be in the description. Take us out, Sean.